Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Surviving the Apocalypse. Today, the Hivan Pass has decided to play the role of the ultimate villain in a disaster movie. The weather is absolutely brutal. We have torrential rain, lightning strikes trying to smite us, and fog so thick you could cut it with a chainsaw. I could not even film this mechanical beast from the bottom of the pass today. Now that the sky has slightly downgraded its wrath from a biblical flood to a heavy shower, I can finally hit record. Working on this mountain today is practically a suicide mission. Behold, a Sitrak rig dragging not one, not two, but 6 excavators. Absolute madness. In all my time documenting this treacherous pass, this is only the second time I have ever witnessed a single rig hauling a 6-pack of heavy machinery on a flatbed trailer like this. This is purely terrifying. Absolute respect to this driver, who clearly laughs in the face of physics. And right behind him, because one rolling hazard is never enough, here comes challenger number 2. This driver is dragging a colossal excavator that looks like it belongs in a Transformers movie. The rain is so merciless today that I am forced to cower behind this coffee shop just to survive. It is pouring buckets, and the sky is throwing literal thunderbolts. This is the final death curve to complete the uphill battle of the Hivan Pass. Our 2 brave gladiators will now breach the summit and prepare for the terrifying descent. Let us follow this mechanical centipede as it rolls downhill. And just like that, the first truck has conquered the peak. Up here at the summit, the heavens have shown a tiny bit of mercy. The rain has backed off, and we are free from the lightning and thick fog that was trying to swallow us alive down on the north side. This is a convoy so hypnotizing, I literally cannot blink. Listen to the locals freaking out. Dear heavens, why are they carrying so much metal? 6 excavators on one trailer. That is insane. And right on cue, truck number 2 makes its grand entrance at the summit. We have a T7H Luxury Edition stepping onto the red carpet. Sitting on its trailer is a Komatsu excavator that looks like it ate a couple of smaller excavators for breakfast. Seriously, this thing is a behemoth. If any of you machinery nerds out there know exactly how many tons of American steel this monster weighs, drop a comment below so the rest of us can properly panic. And now the leading truck is gearing up for the first downhill hairpin turn of doom. As we shift to this side of the mountain, Mother Nature decides to hit the rain button again. The fog rolls back in, thick as pea soup, completely slashing our visibility. Look at the length of this thing. It is like a metal freight train. The excavators are packed tighter than sardines in a can. You have to respect the driver, but you have to give 10 times more respect to the mad genius who played Tetris with these machines. That is our little inside joke for the day when dealing with these crazy cargo loads. Out in the distance, good luck seeing anything. The fog has officially eaten the mountain. The second truck has arrived at the first battleground. Someone in the background is being a critic, saying that if they only stacked 5, it would look prettier. Sure, because aesthetics matter when you are hauling a literal mountain of iron. Today, these two drivers are putting us all to shame. They are battling gravity, climbing and diving through an extreme climate of heavy rain, blinding fog, and non-stop lightning strikes. And miraculously, both trucks have survived the first death-defying curve of the descent. We march on, chasing our road warriors through the next series of nightmare curves. Moving further down, the sky opens up even harder, and the fog gets aggressively thicker. I have officially deployed my waterproof tactical gear just to bring you these raw, unscripted scenes from the front line. This is the brutal reality of the heavy machinery transport industry, especially when navigating the Haivan Pass during a simulated doomsday. Some trips are a walk in the park, while others are a gritty fight for survival. I am just praying these drivers keep their hands steady, avoid disaster, and reach the finish line in one piece. From this cinematic angle, you get the absolute best view of this truck and its cargo of excavators perfectly aligned on the trailer. Pure, terrifying beauty. Truck number 2 rolls into the frame at this curve. The weather on the Haivan Pass today is absolutely unforgiving. Down at this elevation, the rain refuses to quit. Up next is the infamous Lonely Pine Tree curve. We only have about 4 miles left until we hit the glorious safety of the southern base of the pass. As we descend further into the abyss, the rain decides to crank up the volume. I am relying completely on my waterproof action camera, trying desperately to capture every agonizing detail of this cargo mission for you all. A massive raindrop has decided to photobomb the lens, making things a bit blurry. My apologies for the unsolicited special effects, but when you are standing in a hurricane, you cannot exactly control the elements. Truck number 2 makes its grand reappearance. Today is a punishing marathon for these two commanders of the road, forcing their rigs through a literal thunderstorm on the High Van Pass. Welcome to the next hairpin turn on this downhill thrill ride. I have to confess, I debated surrendering and going home multiple times because the lightning strikes are genuinely terrifying. But my dedication to bringing you this Hollywood-level survival documentary kept me firmly planted in the mud. So, while you sit in your dry room watching this, please do me a favor. Share this video and hit that subscribe button to keep my adrenaline going. Our two massive rigs are still riding bumper to bumper as they inch closer to the bottom of the pass. Down here, the raindrops feel like bullets. I am not sure if you can hear it, but the thunder in this specific zone is exploding like artillery fire. It is absolutely terrifying. The sky is a sheet of white water, and I am completely soaked to the bone. Yet I will keep going, desperately wiping the lens non-stop, just to ensure you get the full cinematic experience of this madness. Now the lead truck approaches the final boss battle, the curve near the bottom of the pass. Just look at the flooding. Muddy water is rushing down the mountain like a raging river. The truck must conquer this watery grave to finally reach the base and end this downhill nightmare. The current is so violent. Look here, we have two lost souls on motorcycles who look completely paralyzed by fear. Our generous truck driver actually hits the brakes to let the tiny motorcycles cross first. Just look at the ferocity of that current. If you misstep and fall into that mud, you are never seeing your shoes again. They belong to the mountain now. And finally, after an epic battle against the laws of nature, our lead truck has touched down at the southern base of the High Van Pass. Crossing this curve officially marks the end of the descent. The rain is still pouring, the thunder is still roaring, but our captain held the steering wheel like a true champion to conquer the final stretch. And right behind him, truck number 2 breaks through the gloom. With only a few hundred feet left to go, both of our road warriors have officially survived the High Van Pass in the middle of a raging, apocalyptic thunderstorm. A massive round of applause for our two drivers. And with that epic conclusion, I will go ahead and roll the credits on today's video. If you enjoyed watching us cheat death today, be sure to leave a like, hit share, and absolutely smash that subscribe button to support the mission. I promise to risk my life for even more breathtaking blockbusters in the next episodes. Until then, stay dry, farewell, and goodbye.